number changes here. Number 3, Scylla Davis. Number 2, Jess Fitiora. Number 1 is Irene Burgess. And the 22 jersey is Tamira Matharoa. 4 is Taitia Copa. 20, Tidy Cassidy. 7, Sinahete. 16, Grace Papa Barrett. And we run through the back as Otorohanga kick off. And the ball's going to struggle to make the 10 as our referees waiting and playing advantage. Nobody playing the ball. We'll come back to the scrum on halfway with the kick not making 10. In the backs for Otorohanga, number 9 is Kenyon Paul. Number 10, Matawihi King. On one of the wings, the 11 is Lucretia Ifea. Number 12, Keita Burnside. Number 6, Hannah Bro, who's the captain. 14, Jamel Johnson. 15, Taylor Toa. In the backs, in the reserves, number 8 in the reserves, Nikita Koraheki. Number 5 is Taina Walker. 18, Chrissy Reti. 17, Shane Hakaraya. 19, Sean van der Hayden. 13, Roland Duplessis. And 22, Tonahua McDonald. As the scrum goes down, going to be fed by Leela Idamai. Non-contested scrums as Melville don't have a full front row. Ball straight out to Paige Walker. They run it just inside the Otorohanga half by a couple of metres. 15 in from the far wing. Pops back into the 2 of Cheyenne Katapo. She makes 3 or 4 forward. Still coming to the left. Good fast ball from the Melville out into the hands of the 3. Ryan Aspinall spinning wide. Straight into Danny Painter. She gets put on the ground. The ball's there again from Melville across the top. Otorohanga trying to contest. Riley Hayes in the 8 takes it forward again. Otorohanga haven't had the ball yet. Out to the right. Nice long ball from the 9 of Lala Ilanaya. Spinning wide and fast as this Melville side. Good defence from Otorohanga. About 12 metres inside the Otorohanga for half. Recycled well. Oh, across the top from Otorohanga. Play on, says the referee. Otorohanga turnover. They run up towards the halfway, about 5 metres inside their own half. Into the hands of their halfback, Kenyon Paul. Looking to come to the right. Into the hands of 22, Tamira Matharoa. Head down. Ball lost forward by her. Turnover to Melville. To the left it comes. Big spin out here wide. In the hands of Riley Hayes again. 12 gets put on the deck in a big tackle. Danny Painter. Ball's there again for Melville. Counter up coming from Otorohanga. Not successful. Idamai up to the right. Big push off by Aspinall in the 3 jersey. Rumbling up forward. Put on the deck by some good out of defence. Ball's there for Melville. To the right again. Quick spin into the hands of Walker at 10. Gone behind, sloppy play. Knocked on, coming back for the advantage. No advantage against the coming in from the side from our referee.
Yeah, Jesse Head, the man in the middle today. Minty with Jesse. Jesse Head's the referee, assisted by Tim Morgan and Alan Jones, the assistants.
We've got a bit of referee's comms in my ear, which is really cool. Thanks for them to allowing that.
Yeah, no, big thanks to Jesse Head for that. It's a bit more than we used to actually, but bit more fandangle.
We got right up in the professional status today.
He almost gave it so the stream could hear it, but I thought, no, I've got to test this before I do it. There's no point chucking something new into the stream there, Mitchy.
Riley Hayes, the 8, puts the ball out just about on the 22. 5-person line out from Melville. Referee keeping the distance and the gaps. Tap off the top. Bit of a messy old ball. A big loopy pass from Itarai. Goes out to the second, out to number 7, Taitoko. Melville put their heads down centre field. Recycling ball quick too. Itarai comes back to the left on the wraparound. Ball knocked down Otorohanga. Turnover. Otorohanga ball. Otorohanga take it. They're going to go left. Going to try and make a few metres. Good defence, Melville put them on the ground. That was Taitoko from Melville with a good tackle. King gets the break. And a turnover. And a breakout. We're going to have the first try of the game. It's going to be to Gabby Wanohu. The right winger for Melville goes in to score from the turnover and the mistake from Otorohanga. Quick pick up. And away they went. 5-0. We've done about 4 minutes.
Bang on 4 minutes there, Minty. Well done.
Best guess.
Yeah. Must also remember too that there's a scoreboard here at Collins Road these days. That now that you notice, I thought that would have been the first thing you noticed.
Scoreboard clock hasn't started.
Oh, it hasn't started. Well, yeah. Sponsors Day here at Collins Road, so quite a busy day expected. A couple of quick turnovers there, both ways.
Yeah.
Minty, And a bit of a nothing try, but I mean, early on in the semi-final, it's very cliche. Points on the board is a must.
Just come out of nothing really. Very heavy underfoot. We've had a lot of rain here in the Waikato this week. Field days are on, and that just means it's going to rain everywhere.
It will always rain week of field days. Rain and fog is a must.
An opportunist turnover as the kick is across the front of the post. So it stays 5-0 after 4.5 minutes here. Semi-final between Mevlille and the visiting team from Otorohanga. Back to halfway, 5-0 as we get underway.
Sides met earlier this season in an upset kind of for Otorohanga, 19-14 over Mevlille.
Yeah, look, Otorohanga's been a great side. They put together, got better and better, and they're putting together more and more players from down there.
Well, I mean, when you've got the likes of Sina Hitta and others
and
as
Hannah
well,
Bro.
Hannah Bro, plenty of experience there.
So the kick-off takes the 10 at the moment. All knocked backwards, picked up by Mevlille. Good tackle from Otorohanga coming through. Ball's available for Mevlille. They come to the left to the open side. Hand-to-hand ball at the moment. Good run from the two of Kaitapu. Advantage coming to Mevlille at the moment, so they're going to spin it. Ball's gone behind them. We'll go back to the penalty. Otorohanga up too fast. If you're sitting and watching a live stream, you want to get involved in footy at the moment. The Referees Association is desperate for some more referees or touch judges, ARs, whatever you like.
It's like any sport, isn't it, Minty?
Yep.
There's no such thing as too many referees.
And we can't do it without them.
Officials, should I say, official referees. Always plenty on a Saturday. Can you catch that, Minty? No?
No, they aimed it straight at me in the box. It went over my head. So we never line out. Mevlille ball. About 6 metres inside their half, as you can see on the screen. Thanks to Joel doing a great job up there on the camera from Waikato Rugby Union.
Yeah, if you are interested in being a referee, get hold of the Waikato Rugby Union and Michael Winter's your man.
Riley Hayes has the ball in the hands. 5-person line out again from Mevlille. Goes to the middle. Nice take off the top. Good fast ball. Big swinging pass from Itamai out to the right. Inside cut ball from Maina. Paina gets put on the ground. Counter ruck from Otorohanga. Mevlille retain it. Rihanna Aspinall puts her head down. Makes about 5 or 6 metres. Sets the ball beautifully. Penalty turnover.
Been saying it all season, Minty. Teams just aren't committing enough players at the ruck to start with, and just so many penalties going against the offensive team for not committing numbers and not releasing.
That's a crime from Super Rugby.
It is pretty much.
So watching Super Rugby,
it's almost every level's been pinged for it.
If you don't commit players at the ruck and maul, you're going to lose the turnover. You need 3 or 4 players in there. Mevlille didn't do that, and the turnover was there. So
no, the old cliche, you can't score a try without the ball, so you've got to secure that first.
It's an uncontested scrum, so Otorohanga have taken the scrum. Kenyon Paul, number 9 for Otorohanga, puts the ball in. It comes back through, and she's going to come. Hannah Bro on the cutback, and a switch and cutback. Good play from Otorohanga. The double cut around, a bit like the Going brothers used to do up in Northland. Great to see. Into the hands of 7. Hitta puts head down. Going to be a turnover here to Mevlille. That's a great turnover. Rihanna Aspinall, she got across the top of the ball quick. No support.
Pretty much exactly the same as 2 minutes ago, Minty.
Sina Hitta had no support down there.
And as good as a player,
Rihanna Aspinall straight over the ball.
She needs that support with her.
You can't do it at all. And Aspinall planted her feet well, good body position, hands across the top of the ball, and no alternative but the penalty from our referee.
So we're seeing this, I think the women started this quite a bit, but penalties, especially with non-contested scrums, but even at Premiership level now, we're seeing from a penalty in all parts of the field now, rather than, deep.
Pine has been used a lot by Mevlille on the crash ball, advantage to Mevlille. Otorohanga coming over the top, just off their feet. 16. So Riley Hayes. Punches it towards the sideline, puts it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good touch finder there, and Mevlille every time they've looked for touch have found it. Which is the main thing. Doesn't matter too much about how many metres, because you do want to go down as far down the field as possible, but first thing you got to do is make sure it's out.
Yep, Grace Hopapa Barrett in the 16 jersey for Otorohanga, one with a lot of representative experience. Still it's 5-person line out. Oh, the switch around. Riley Hayes on the inside ball back to Aspinall. Aspinall on the 3 makes another 6-8 metres. Recycled quickly for Melville. Out to Katapu, the number 2. Good recycle from Melville again. They're going to spin wide. Walker looking width. Into the 13 of Potimer. Potimer gets on the ground, puts the ball on the ground. Knocked forward. Of course, just the question earlier before, Nikita Potimer is of course the family from Kawhia of John Potimer, the ex-Waikato prop for many
Thought I recognised that name.
Yeah, from out at
I'm a bit younger than you, Minty, but even I recognise that one.
From out at Kawhia, all the Potimers out there, but...
We did Hamilton Old Boys versus Melville earlier this season. Number 3 for Melville, Rihanna Espinal, has got some amazing ball handling skills. First time she's touched it there in this game so far, but wasn't able to do a lot. But Otorohanga scrum now.
Still 5-0. Ball for Otorohanga. Kenyon Paul feeds it, looking for Hannah Bro.
Oh, wacky do!
Tackle. Big defence from Piner for Melville. On the deck we went. There was Keita Burnside put on the ground. Grace Hopapa Barrett, she's making 4. She's made 10 metres. Beautifully presented as well. Paul looking for spinning. Good tackle by the 13 of Potimer. Puts the 20 on the ground. That's Tayari Cassidy. Recycled Otorohanga. Big push and shove. Hits it. Gets put on the ground. Recycled Otorohanga again. Good ball skills given the conditions that we're playing in. Otorohanga, it's there again for Kenyon Paul. Looking left and right. Going to come to the left. Oh, that was probably the right decision. On the deck goes Cassidy. Quick recycle again. Ball's there. 15's on the ground. Toa. Ball's there from Otorohanga. Hopapa Barrett runs across field. Gets put on the deck. Not getting anywhere at the moment. Otorohanga just stagnant in the middle of the field. Kenyon Paul to the left. Big wide spinning ball. Quick hands from Otorohanga right out to the wings. Who's got the wheels out there? Oh, the big cut and open. Jameel Johnson, I think, puts out over the ground.
Yeah, some great defensive play there, Minty, by Melville. Held quite well, and then just all of a sudden, Jameel Johnson on that
Was
far
that Jameel
side.
Johnson? No, that was Hannah Bro.
Was it Hannah Bro? Was
Hannah
it?
Bro,
Okay,
yeah.
apologies
Got
to
the
Hannah
wheels.
Bro and family, but
She'd swung around completely from the midfield and gone out to the left wing.
yeah, just
trying
found
to
some
confuse
open space. Well, they love doing that to us, Minty.
Yeah, she confused me completely. Wearing the number 6 jersey. Advantage again to Melville. Otorohanga offside. Centre field for Melville. They're going to run the blind side. That's a quick switch from Itamaya. Ball's kicked through. Jovis says our referee. No, it's not. We'll come back for the penalty. Lovely when the referees comes in my ear, Bevin. This is just awesome.
They make a big difference, Minty, doesn't it, to commentary? There's no guessing about what the call's about.
If he turns his volume up, he can hear me.
He was quite encouraged to hear the commentary, and we said, no, you don't want to be hearing that.
You know, you'd
as a
also
referee.
you could also say his legs look quite sharp out there in those referees' uniform.
Yeah, the old bright green and yellow these days at the Waikato
We need to
referees.
go back into white.
White's a horrible colour.
No, we need to go back into white.
Even I wore white back in my day.
I've still got both my original white jerseys. And I tell you, they were hard to get mud out.
What year was that, Minty? 1800 and...
Hey. How long have we been in this game? 13 minutes?
I haven't seen you for a while, Minty. I didn't get one in.
13 minutes gone, still 5-0. Melville. Not straight. Riley Hayes playing the middle of the front row today. Was uncontested scrums.
That's the first one that Melville have had issues with.
Are you doing stats?
I am doing stats here,
you're a
Minty.
wonderful man. What are stats? I don't know what they are when we get
That was the
screen.
fifth line out that Melville had, and the first one they'd made a mistake out of.
So we haven't had a line out yet.
No, it's all been Melville, and other than this one.
Melville, the majority possession, being pretty much centre of the field other than that one breakout try. Kenyon Paul, the 9 for Otorohanga with the ball. Matawihi King at first 5, takes the ball in the 10, looking for a switch. Hannah Bro midfield. Oh, they're containing me well. Heina, the number 12, massive defence. Dribble up from Otorohanga. Counter ruck from Melville. Ball's not out. For Papa Barrett. Ball on the ground. Good set from her for 16 for Otorohanga. Spin back in for Jess Fitiora. Beautifully presented from Fitiora. Canyon Paul with the break. She gets half a gap through. Looking for support from the 7. Hits it in there giving support. Short pass. Into the hands of Irene Burgess, the number 1 for Otorohanga. It's there. Paul looks to the blind side. Her Papa Barrett with a quick flick to the 12. Good tackle on the 12 though. She's put on the ground. Burnside. High tackle from the referees. The grab around the tops now. Anything on the top of the jerseys, the grab now is classed as high under the new regs.
Oh, I mean, it's always been above the shoulder, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
you grab the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
Just the way it looks is probably worse than the penalty, but referees ruling on that.
Good afternoon to Bree Williams, who's a young referee, young female referee as well.
She having a look?
She's been tuning in.
Has she really?
I see.
I see she's got a licence in a car now, which is fine.
Yeah, that's a bit of a danger having her on the road.
You won't do that anywhere. So still 5-0 here at Collins Road. Of course, the main game tonight, this afternoon, Fraser Tech, Melville, with Fraser Tech stacking the Stag Trophy away last week with a win over Hamilton Old Boys.
That one coming up, that afternoon game at 2:45 coming up on a live stream, folks. Won't be long after this one as well. Same places, except for the Otorohanga page, will be on Fraser Tech's.
Intermeyer, the halfback. Kenyon Paul, a halfback for Otorohanga, number 9. Full line out from Otorohanga. First line out of the game for them. Advantage to Otorohanga. They're going to rumble us forward. It's tucked in the back of the ruck at the moment. Kenyon Paul chattering away to her forwards. Just slowly walking forward. Rihanna Espinal trying to sneak around the side of the ruck and not get seen. Papa Barrett with the breakout. Can't quite see where we are, but it's come back to the 22 of Mataroa. Running infield a bit. Good ball, Otorohanga. Big long ball out to King at first 5. Into the hands of the 12 of Burnside. Little chip kick over. Hannah Bro's up there trying to grab it. We'll come back. No advantage to the offside over here from the rolling maul when Melville came round on the back line or offside. So referee wanders back to the middle. Is that when it gets down in that corner so you can see it?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to not tell everybody on the stream that we can't see.
When it goes in that corner, it's your chance.
There's a big gazebo there, isn't there?
They put a tent in front of me today, so it's probably best I can't see most
We
things.
can't really complain about the gazebo being there due to the fact that the weather forecast isn't great. It's holding off at the moment, though.
It's your turn now.
Well, it's my turn, okay.
Yeah, it's your turn.
The poll's in the way, but if you'd watched grassroots rugby on Thursday night, they were at Otorohanga like we were, and they couldn't get rid of those poles, Minty. So it's good to see even the professionals can't do anything about these big poles in our way.
Well, it's grassroots rugby. It's out where rugby
Definitely.
starts and belongs, and where the junior boys and all the junior girls get together at junior rugby, and they travel through and stay with clubs.
So throw on the 22 for Otorohanga. It's a second throw, and they seem to have won this, and they're going to take it to a maul. Thanks, Joel, for moving the camera. Now we can see, and it's just creeping a little bit forward at the moment, but it's starting to go back infield. So worried about the touchline.
Papa Barrett with another big rumble from the 16. Beautifully set. Canyon Paul, big wide looping pass. Hannah Bro over the top. Into the hands, all dropped. 15 goes down on it. Dawn Hohua, which is Taylor Toa. So again, back to the advantage. Melville coming around the moment. Otorohanga are setting walls. Melville are coming around the sides and infringing.
Yeah, quite early on. Otorohanga, with the team being penalised, they've been penalised 5 times now. Melville, it's 3, so they've been pinged the last 3 times. So discipline from both sides getting a bit, might be a little bit of a concern.
Full line out from Otorohanga, I think. Somebody got injury down there.
Yeah, no, it's a line out. About 10 metres out from the Melville line. No problems so far with the 2 throws for Otorohanga. It's down towards the back, taken in the end, it's going to go to a maul. Otorohanga have been moving it forward, but the Melville have just sort of stopped this at the moment. It's trapping right
Canyon
left.
Paul with a big split out to Hannah Bro midfield. On the outside of hers, Burnside. Burnside back to Hannah Bro on the wraparound. Melville up there in defence. On the ground, tackle ball. Canyon Paul, she needs to come back to the right. She's gone to the blind side. There's no one out there. We've gone out to the 14 of Johnson. Johnson cuts back in, put on the ground. Canyon Paul there quick. Into the hands of Heta. in the 7 jersey. Beautifully presented by Hetted. It's there again for Otorohanga. Grace for Papa Barrett. Plays halfback. She's screaming for them to come a bit closer. Burgess, she wants close. Burgess in the 1 jersey. Puts her head down. Makes a couple more. Ball's there for Otorohanga again. Oh, comes into the hands of 2. Just for the order in the 2. She goes to ground. She gets back up. Otorohanga, good ball control at the moment. Canyon Paul goes to the left. Matara, 22, head down. Presented lovely. Nicely presented for Canyon Paul. Comes back to the right. Papa Barrett battles on through the tackle of Taitoko from Melville. Ball's there again for Otorohanga. They're going to pick and rumble. They're only a couple of metres out. Must be close. Ruck ball there again, says the referee. It's at the back of the ruck. Canyon Paul, advantage. Into the 10, spinning wide. Big gap opening up. 12, Burnside gets put on the deck. Hannah Bro's the first one there, throwing her extreme weight into that ruck. Big tackle out there. We've lost that bit.
And Sims is not. No, it's a. What's going on there, Minty?
It's a penalty to Melville.
So it is a penalty, Melville.
Holding on.
Well, in the end, defence told for Melville they were keeping pretty disciplined there.
Yep. Otorohanga's passing was a little bit flat. They need running onto the ball when they get that chance. I thought they'd almost scored down there into the post, but it came away. Riley Hayes. I'd call that a shank. Off the foot.
It was out.
It's out.
It only looks good in a rugby field, doesn't it, Minty, rather than a golf course.
It turned right very quickly.
So line out, still a couple of metres inside their own 22, Melville, but a relieving penalty that as it was.
Big ups to Joel from the WRU up there on the camera. Good looking bloke that guy Joel is too. If you never see him, he's got a face for radio just like me.
Oh, so all 3 of us have claimed that title, Minty.
Oh.
Only difference is you 2 have worked in radio, I haven't.
Somebody's getting the word to warm up from the Melville side.
Throw down over the... Yep.
Not straight.
I was getting a bit excited there when that ball went over the top, Minty.
Who'd be a coach in the game of rugby football?
Yeah, it's not the lifespan is not as big as commentators, I don't think.
It's a tough old game. So Canyon Paul had a tidy little game at halfback, being very, very busy around the scrum. The 11 on this side wing. Far. Are they going to come to the blind? Oh, it's a big blind out here. But now Canyon Paul goes to the open side. Hannah Bro putting her hands in the air. Burnside in the 13 gets massacred. Midfield. Now she makes it forward and turns. Well done by Burnside. Paul running blind. Straight to her Papa Barrett. She shovels it out to Johnson on the far wing in the 14. Reset by Otorohanga again. We'll spin that back in. Hetted. Hetted makes a heap of metres. Ball there again for Otorohanga. Paul gives it out to Whittiorder in the 2. She's got support across. Oh, stolen! Stolen the tackle by Melville. It's spun wide. There's a big gap out here. Hannah Bro tries to get the tackle. Oh, Bro kicks it through. Hannah Bro realised she was going to get absolutely hammered if she tried to pick the ball up. She turned around and kicked it on the foot, but will come back no advantage for the knock-on by Melville.
Considering the conditions out there, Minty, that's only the 3rd knock-on in this match. 2nd time Melville have knocked it on. And I mean, I know you walked out there earlier today, but the conditions underfoot are pretty much what you'd expect
with the
amount of rain.
I all but sunk, but that's all right. Now we've got the 17 for Melville warming up, and I've got... So number 17's come on, and I've got no idea who that is. Otorohanga non-contested scrums. Burnside in the 13 wraps around with Hannah Bro. Out wide to the fullback, the 15 of Toa. Toa gets put on the deck. Knocked on.
Yeah, well, the old commentator's curse there.
Wait, who's 17?
Minty, the knock-ons.
Okay.
Sorry, folks, we're just getting some confirmation on.
So Tasso Mo Geraldine.
There we go.
Has gone. Was that about right? Tasso Mo Geraldine.
Oh, okay, Trishina. Thanks, folks. We are just, yeah, you know, we're doing a guessing game here sometimes, aren't we, Minty, with club rugby, but it's the joys of it.
We're doing the best we can. Ball in for Melville. It's there for Idemaya. Looking for the run around with Walker at first five. Big wrap around and wide. Hannah Bro up with a good tackle. Pressure on from Hannah Bro out of centre. She's really racing up and putting all sorts of pressure on the outside backs of Melville. And they're passing just a fraction laboured. And
it's pretty much the
there.
third time that pass has gone behind the winger for Melville.
Yeah.
And I mean, the pass was never there at any of those stages. So I did hear one of the Melville players, and one of the Melville reserves, and we probably heard it through the effects too. Just don't pass it, hang on to it. So line out here for Otorohanga just outside Melville's 22.
Kenyon Paul, very, very vocal for Otorohanga at halfback. Taken at the front. Oh, and knocked back. Messy old ball, not straight.
Yeah, well, Melville have been guilty of it twice. That's the first one for Otorohanga.
Yep,
and the wind isn't too bad out there, though, is it? Minty, it's not something you'd expect to be having issues with throwing.
Of course, semi-final here. No change to the score. 5-0 to Melville. They scored after 4 minutes. About 21 minutes in at the moment. Running ball for Melville. Crash ball straight up the minute goes Paina. The number 12. Crash and bash. Melville decide to play it down inside the Otorohanga half. Running onto it very well is Toa, the 15. Taylor Toa, bust one, gets through two. Melville arrive to try and steal. Across the top there, great work. Cheyenne Kaitapu, the number 2 for Melville. Kaitapu got across the top of the pool. Big, solid block.
All started there from that kick though, wasn't it, Minty? Yep. You know, it was a wobbly little one. The fullback had to wait for it. And she took the catch cleanly. She also got tackled and a couple of good hits there.
So, ball's kicked out by Geraldine, the 17. Replacement on for Melville, 5-0. They lead Otorohanga in the semi-final. Riley Hayes in the 8 jersey playing in the middle of the front row. So Melville at the moment, counting, they've got control of the line out. They've got 5 in. Otorohanga matching.
If anyone's at the Hamilton Old Boys University game, could you let us know what the score is, please? One against the throw.
There was Mataroa, stole the ball. Crash ball for Otorohanga midfield. There again for Paul. Paul out to the 7. Hit it feeds out to the 10 of King. King gets through. Ball's out. Very heavy ground conditions underfoot.
That happened anywhere. The rugby field.
Yeah. I don't miss refereeing or playing in this whatsoever.
That line out still though, Minty, you know, if that happened anywhere but a rugby field, you'd be locked up pretty quick. It was a very quick steal against the throw there from Otorohanga.
Just timing, eh? It's just timing and lifting. Getting the great vocals from the referee. Talking lots to both sets of forwards. Tap ball off the top. Scruffy old ball. Penalty against Melville.
What's happening there, Minty? You've got the calls?
Yeah, well, as the Otorohanga team went to charge through the line out after the tap kick, and 2 players were held back. So the penalty goes to Otorohanga.
That would do it.
Talatoa, the 15 for Otorohanga. Steps up. Right footed kick up. Puts the ball out about 8 metres inside. The Melville half still 5-0. Melville lead after about 25, 26 minutes, whether that clock's right or not. Good old game of footy out here at Collins Road. On the other field on the far side, it's the Bees, Melville, Fraser Tech. Fraser Tech Bees getting up over Old Boys last week. Both from the Bees and the A's. Fitiora with the ball. Better throws, taken nicely by Cassidy in the middle. Lupio pass goes out to Burnside in the 13. She has to cut back. Does well too, gets on her feet. Knocked through by Melville from the line out, no advantage. We shall go back.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be pretty much staying the way it is at the moment, Minty. I can't see either team breaking away with it. Currently, the stats are pretty even. Other than penalties, Otorohanga's conceded just a few more than Melville. The lineouts are pretty much the same, except for Melville's one more not straight. Couple of three wacky doos in there for Melville though. That's statistically leading.
And the only try of the game, pretty much opportunistic from a turnover. Running ball for Otorohanga, Burnside at second 5. Hannah Brow on her outside in the 6 jersey. Burnside trying to fight her way to the ground. She's got to ground. Well done from Burnside. Ball's there for Canyon Paul. Her Papa Barrett in the 16. Puts her head down. Presents it beautifully. Paul still to blind. Hannah Brow hitting the 13. Put on the ground by Potimer. Brow gets to ground. It's there for Paul. Paul feeds to the 7 and hits it. Hit it. Again, beautiful presentation. Melville laying in the wrong side. Advantage. Irene Burgess in the 1. Does the roll forward. Turnover there by Melville. Will come back for the penalty. Injury down here. One of the Melville girls, the 5.
Yeah, doesn't look too good here.
Liati
on the deck.
Looks like she's cracked a shoulder. Not a pain for the young lady.
Do let us know where you tuned in, folks. Who you're supporting. We always want to know.
I've tuned in from Collins Road.
You tuned in? Well, that's where I'm putting off. I knew I'd seen you somewhere today.
Is that any use to you?
If you've got any questions, let us know too, please, folks. We can't promise that we'll get round to them all during the game, but they're always read on a Saturday night. And Minty?
Yeah.
Blues by 10, isn't it, tonight?
No.
Oh,
By 25.
By 25.
By 25.
I'm going to say, the gate's over there, Minty. If you can tell me that the Blues won't win. Looking forward to a good one. First title in 18 years coming the Blues way tonight, mate.
Yeah, look, anyone but Canterbury. I'm good with that. Just saying, this morning on our radio show, we interviewed Leomi Kloppers from Hamilton Old Boys for 50 games for Hamilton Old Boys. 4 seasons for the Waikato women's rugby team. How she started in rugby, how she got into rugby in Matamata, and what she's done in her career. Works in the ANZ Bank, but also trains footy full time. And
a typical grassroots
real
story,
uncompromising forward. You know, she plays lock. You give her the pill, she'll take it forward all day. She'll tackle all day. Really, and it was a cool interview. We opened our show with just a lovely, lovely young lady. And of course, playing with her little sister Elnay in the Hamilton Old Boys side, who are in the other semi-final. Dislocated shoulder, we're told. Unfortunately, she has popped that shoulder when she's gone down. That is Liati Manatai, and she has been replaced by the 18, which is Sinead Kingston White has come on. Cheers, mate. The referee is going to come with the penalty. Not rolling away. It's tough when you've got a dislocated shoulder. You find it difficult to roll away.
Yeah, it can be.
Such as
There's
life.
a couple of things that you can't do with a dislocated shoulder. I broke my collarbone a few years ago. That don't take life interesting. People that know me knows that I don't do things in halves because I also broke my wrist as well. One broken collarbone, one broken wrist.
A lot of the Melville players wandering around here, one with an arm in a sling, one in a moon boot. What have the Melville girls been doing to themselves this year?
Is there a break between them?
All sorts of broken bits in the reserves on the sideline. Jess Fitiora, the number 2 for Otorohanga, has the ball. Full line out. The 18 on for Chrissy Reti. It's on for Otorohanga. Messy old line out, not straight, just the timing.
Well, as I said earlier, Minty, everything's pretty even Stevens and the light and the statistics except for the scoreboard, and that's the one that
5-0.
counts.
So is that Jazzy Hotham tuned in yet? She should be.
I haven't seen a comment from her, but
be unlikely she's not. She'll be doing nothing anyway.
Surely Jazz, you'd be tuning in, unless she's at the Old Boys game.
She might be in Auckland watching footy. Ball's in. Number 9, Idemaya. Running ball. Straight into the hands of 10, Walker. Walker's just feeding wide, very flat going across. Now looking for a bit of wheels. Oh, great tackle out there, put on the deck. Otorohanga defence is good. The backs are running crossfield, not going down straight. Kaitoko, the 7 for Melville. Head down, that's the way to go forward. 2 or 3 metres forward. Just head down and push it. Good hands from Melville, trying to get a bit of go forward. Kaitapu, the 2, head down. We'll go back for the penalty for the offside. I think both sides are guilty at the moment of not running straight. They're running cross field, running into the defence. They need to straighten up.
We're seeing a lot of play between the 22s, haven't
Yep.
we? And that's reflective of what you just said then, Minty.
Just then, Kaitapu had the right idea. The number 2 put her head down, made some metres forward, set up some good pill, but just running a little bit lateral at the moment.
Pretty good clearance kick into the Otorohangas.
5-0 semi-final. Waikato Club Rugby in the semi-final of the ladies competition. The other game today is Hamilton Old Boys versus
Waikato University, yes, correct.
over at the university
At
Fred Jones Park at the same time as we are now.
That's the Premiership. There's also a couple of championship games going on as well.
Hamilton Old Boys been in the final the last 3 years and won none of them. They are hoping this year at the top qualifier. Oh, good contest, Dave, from the line. That's nice to see contested line-outs.
I don't know if we've got it.
Otorohanga's up there. It comes out to Melville. Paina. There you go. Straight ahead. 4 or 5 metres made. Nicely too. Idemaya. Big wide ball. Out to 11. Fire.
Well, finally,
Shay Daly. First run she's had here on the left wing for Melville.
she's had a couple of chances to get the ball though, Minty, and it's just gone behind her. That one though, managed to go into the bread basket, and she showed us what she could do there.
Quick off the mark. Young lady out of Melville on the left wing. Shay Daly.
Brad Matheson, I see you're tuning in, and you're obviously going to be down here later on this afternoon.
Who's he? You've got no idea who he is.
Don't want to chainsaw though, thanks, mate.
Knock back, untidy ball from Otorohanga. Canyon Paul, the 9 goes back and tidies up. The Otorohanga forwards pile around. Hits it. And the 7, head down. Doing what she does well. Kingston White, the 18, tries to get there and spoil the ball. No show. Across the top of the pill goes the Melville, trying to turn over. Not there again. Canyon Paul. Burnside in the 13, tries to kick through. Nothing there. Regained by Otorohanga. Messy old game in the middle at the moment. We're just going between 22s, racing in the middle of the field. Now Otorohanga, head down, going forward a little bit. Good presentation. Canyon Paul decides to put it on the right foot. Offside by Melville.
I was just starting to think, Minty, that was a nothing kick, and wondered what the option was there, but
The option was a penalty.
option will go for the penalty. Players obviously knew something I didn't.
I don't think we did either until afterwards. Canyon Paul just got herself under pressure. She went to the blind side and left herself completely alone, so had no option but to kick with no support.
Well, Melville have said it's
Not out.
Oh,
It is
no,
out.
It is.
Beautifully taken by Gabby Wainohu, who scored the only try of the game. But Taylor Tyre, the 15 for Otorohanga, gets the ball out right on the halfway line. There's the mark. That's where it shall be. Geraldine 17 for Melville, drops back into the back line defensive set. Nice ball, fast off the top. Spinning out to Hettit in the middle in the 7. Hettit makes it up to the halfway line, struggling her way forward. Melville trying to get across the top. I think we've got a turnover. No, we haven't. It's advantage to Otorohanga. Sweeping ball, Hannah Bro gets put on the ground by a great tackle by Potimer. We'll go back for the penalty though. We're going from...
Third time a team's been penalised for hands in the ruck.
yeah, pretty unlucky. I took that as it could be a 50-50. Hettit in the 7. Oh, big
Only
crash
knows one
ball.
way.
Going one way forward. Beautiful run from her. Up wide. Burnside in the 13. Burnside makes some big ground, probably makes 10 or 12 metres. Ball's there for Otorohanga again. Now turnover. Ball's been ripped away and stolen. Oh, that's going to be offside.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Unfortunately, kicked it back towards Hettet, who was standing in field and offside. Fast ball from Mevlille. Looking, trying to spin it wide. Out here to Daly in the 11. Wheels from Daly, cuts back in. Hannah Bro doesn't miss those tackles. She doesn't. On the ground for Mevlille. Otorohanga coming in offside, off their feet. Shay Daly, one-on-one with Hannah Bro.
That'll always be a good contest, that one.
Yeah, Hannah's very, very defensively strong, played level at the footy at top level. Second chance of the day for Shay Daly. Sunville then, 17, puts the ball out. About 10 metres out from the try line, left wing side. 5-0.
Yeah, 10 metres out from the line there, Minty, as you said. You've got the gazebo on the way, so I'll take over again. Lineouts have been pretty tidy, pretty consistent from both sides. Otorohanga's just had one more line out than what Mevlille have.
Mevlille off the top, beautiful ball off the top of the mire, biffs it out into 7 to Taitoko, the 7, runs it on forward, ball there again, advantage to Otorohanga. Again, players running without any support, all on their own. Quick tap, Kenyon Paul puts it out, Hannah Bro, has she got the speed to get on the outside of Kingston wide in the 18? No, put on the deck, 15. Taylor Toa for Otorohanga, takes the ball into the ruck, Kenyon Paul there again. Feeds it out to Mataroa in the 22. Mataroa makes a bit of distance forward. Couple more, Kenyon Paul around the side of the ruck. It's there again for Odo. Still running the blind side. Hannah Bro makes a couple more. No, it's not Hannah Bro. It's Burnside out there, makes a couple more. Advantage to Otorohanga, not rolling away. Centre field into the one of Irene Burgess for Odo. Oh, big defence coming in from Mevlille. Ball's there again though. Papa Barrett puts it on the foot. Will come back. No advantage from the kick. We'll take the penalty.
4 penalties in a row now for Mevlille. Against Mevlille, sorry.
About 3 minutes to go by me. 5-0. Mevlille are leading Otorohanga in this Women's Premiership semi-final here at Collins Road in Hamilton. Ten seconds left.
Pretty
So
much,
the referee
Minty.
says- So the time clock over there is not quite right. I thought we were a bit faster than that. It says 10 seconds left in the half. Haha, technicality.
I think it's technology.
Oh,
You got the remote! Play goes on there, Minty.
Time almost up at half time. Kenyon Paul with the run round. There's a technology issue. It's in their hand. I love it. Feeding out wide. Ball's there. Or half a breakthrough from the 10 of King. Ball's on the ground for Otorohanga. Hannah Bro plays half back. Feeds it to the big number 4 of Copa. Copa puts her head down. Makes about 8 or 10 metres. Paul to the left. Oh,
another wiki. That's another wiki do there.
Geraldine lined that up from about 3 days away. We're going to have half time. Half time it is, 5-0. Mevlille over Otorohanga in this Waikato Premiership Women's Club Rugby semi-final here at Collins Road in Hamilton.
Well, Minty, it might be 5-0 on the scoreboard, but it's pretty much even Stevens.
The whole game's pretty much been played in the centre of the field.
And as we said, that try was scored from a lucky turnover and just quick ball that was fed out to the wing in the corner. The try was scored. Statistics, 3 apiece in the knock-ons. Penalties, Otorohanga have conceded 10 to Meville's 9, so that's even as well. Only one line out against the throw that Otorohanga took, but otherwise 5 apiece on their own throw, and 4 wacky doos that Mevlille have put in, the big tackles, to Otoronga's 1. So half time, Oranges I'd say both teams will be happy and disappointed with their first half efforts.
Yeah, I think what's happening is Mevlille have had all the ball. They've had a dominance in possession, and Otorohanga have spent most of the time defending. I still think, to be honest, Otorohanga have had some good opportunities, but Mevlille need to run straight. They need to take some of their good solid forwards. They need to run the ball up a little bit more, set some good platforms, try and suck in some of those Otorohanga defenders that are out wide, and then use their classy backs out wide. In the back line, Burnside and Hannah-Bro, the centre and second five for Otorohanga, are swapping around a lot. Hannah-Bro, we know how fast and how quick she is and how speed she's got around the place. So yeah, I think we've got a really good battle. Some great stuff from Grace Barrett from Otorohanga. She's strong, she's physical, and she's aggressive. But again, I think a lot of things going on.
We're going to take a break.
We'll take
a breath and come back the other side of the half time. This time, Minty, I won't stop the stream like I did last week. Pushed the wrong button.
Did you push the wrong button?
I'll say it was technological issues.
What do you like pushing the wrong button?
Yeah, definitely. 5-0 Melville lead here at half time.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky.
Alright, so we're back for the second half as Minty's just doing some work.
Melville to kick off. Time over, 5-0. Melville lead. Picked up by Otorohanga, rolled forward by the 4 of Culper. Canyon Paul, the pass out to Heta in the 7. Does what she's done all day, puts her head down. Good clear out by Otorohanga, ball's there again. Papa Barrett in the 16, still running cross field now. Otorohanga straighten up a little bit. Paul, halfback, out to the right. Burnside in the 13, beats a couple, gets the ball on the ground, presents it. Ball comes back to the left. 19, Van der Hayden puts the head down, ball's there. Good retention from Otorohanga at the moment. Otorohanga just taking the ball in hand and rolling it forward a little bit. Onto the foot of the King, the 10, puts it down. Oh, good tackle again. Hannah Broge following up fast. Is it turned over to Otorohanga? No, it's not. Melville have retained it. Kingston White.
Forward pass.
Forward pass.
Just a note, folks, about the Golden Oldies scrum. Safety is always paramount, isn't it, Minty? As as players and referees, it's something that's been in place all the way through the season. They can't change the rules just because it's a semi-finals. So
yeah, both teams before the game had a front row problem. They agreed to play with Golden Oldies scrums or non-contested scrums. Janelle Johnson out on the left wing for Otorohanga in the 14. Inside the 15, Taylor Tyre. Anna Bro in the 6. Ball is there for Otorohanga. Canyon Paul runs blind. Big gap round there too. Almost gets away. Gets caught by Kingston White. Put on the ground. Counter ruck by Melville. They've hung on to the pill. Ball's there. Otorohanga. Rumble it up a few more metres. First time they've been down on attacking premise. Here is Odo. Great take by the 10 of King out at first 5 of an average pass from Canyon Paul. Ball comes to the left. Nowhere through there, running nothing into solid defence from Melville there. Ball's right in the middle. Peeled out by the 19 of Van der Hayden. Ritchie there as well in the 18. Now we get the crash. Otorohanga on the cutback, make a couple of metres, they're inside the 22. Long time since they've been down here in Melville territory. Paul, wide to the 10. Oh, big step back on the inside, gets put on the ground by the 7, Taitoko for Melville. Good tackle, good read of the big step from the 10 of King from Otorohanga. Back on the inside, the 18, Chrissy Retty makes another couple. Paul to the right. Oh, no! Oh, Wolf, big tackle on the deck. Immense defence coming from Melville. Very slippery right in the middle there. No traction. Potaheki in the 8. Head down, ball's there. Penalty against Melville. Oh no! Canyon Paul going to take the quick tap. Shot at goal. So, semi-final time. Otorohanga right in front, decided to take a go at the 3 points. That's a big call, Bevin.
I think it is, Minty, because especially this end of the field, left as we look at on screen, it's pretty wet there, which it generally is when it rains here at Collins Road. So the number 15, Jamison's going to have pretty good footing there, even though she is out in front.
Changes, looks like the 10 for Otorohanga is heading to the sideline. Matuehi King being replaced by the 5. Trying to Walker. No. Walker's running back off.
Still no one to speak of, and the sun's come out more and more, hasn't it, Minty?
Well, it's trying to. I just got a bit of rain on me then, so just you
I
starting to get wet.
Someone's always got to prove us wrong, don't they?
Yeah. Taylor Tor, 15 for Otorohanga, right out in front. Will be like kicking a wet sack of potatoes.
He looks pretty muddy.
Especially doing that foot plant, ball.
Yeah, pretty good though.
Pops it over, 5-3. 5 minutes gone, second half. 5 points to 3. in the semi-final of our Women's Premiership rugby here in the Waikato.
Long way to go in the game, folks, but 10 minutes each way, and if still tied up after extra time, it's whoever scored first. So, but I mean, very long way to go. We've only just started the second half, Minty.
We have 5 gone, 5-3. Melville, the defending champions from last year. Field full of rock stars. Stacey Fuller, Jazzy Hotham won the finals last year against Hamilton Old Boys.
Bit busy these days with the sevens team. Looking forward to Tokyo.
Both of them going across the town. Is the ball going to make the 10? No, it doesn't. So it doesn't make the 10 metres and goes out. We'll come back for a scrum. Centre field for Otorohanga.
Well, that's one each now because Otorohanga started the game off the same way.
So changes are plenty.
You still can kick the ball out.
Changes are plenty in Otorohanga. Front row changes. Walker and the 5 is on the front row, as is the 18 of Chrissy Retty. Tidy Cassidy and Tamita Mitaroa both started the game in the middle row. Grace Papa Barrett looking down at number 8. Ball's there. Kenyon Paul running crossfield on the cutback. Hannah Bro. They're loving these little Northland Sid going brothers type swap arounds up there.
Well,
Sid and Brian going.
50 years now, that is the Going brothers.
Does that mean I'm that old? It does too, but...
well, I did ask when in the 1800s you refereed earlier about this time, the first half.
It's adventurous from Otorohanga trying to find gaps on the inside, trying to... Hannah Bro running across, trying to drag defenders wide.
Well, the Melville defence in that first half were pretty good, so they're just trying to find different ways to crack that. And just a little knock on. The idea was right, execution not quite.
So the 12 of Burnside has looked like she's moved into first 5. Hannah Bro still running at centre. Hannah Bro, another great tackle. And Dawn Hahua. Unlucky on the 13 of Burnside. She figured she had rights to the pill. Referee thought otherwise.
I think that's one of those cases where the ruck pretty much formed over the top of her.
Yeah, dual contested.
Just wasn't quite, just timing was a little bit off there from the Otorohanga defensive player. Maybe a fraction of a second she would have been okay.
So Mo Palahi, number 1, has come on from Melville.
Can't say there's too many clean jerseys and faces out there, Minty. They're all pretty muddy.
Nice full name, Monoro. Palahi, 17. Geraldine off the back. Yedamaya. Well, that's average and forward. Great call from the referee. Referee nailed that one right in line with me, dead set forward.
I was going to say there's no arguing with it from our angle because
it's straight down the eyeballs. That was a great call.
We're in line with that.
Get in line. I can't argue. I think the only two that saw it that were me and the ref. Great to have a sideline full of people here at Melville. The passion is alive and well in club rugby.
Not dying anytime soon, dear Minty. It's great to see.
The mighty, mighty Melville, the 843 club.
At the same last week for Otorohanga, though, they're 125th.
Hannah Bro on the cutback and the switch around. Papa Barrett, she makes it through. It worked that time. It opened up a big gap. Ball's there for Otorohanga. Shoveled on out to the 5 of Walker. Walker makes a big heap of meterage. Kenyon Paul looking for a dart around the blind side. Oh, smashed. Absolutely decked. That was Kingston White. Melville trying to defensively run up. And a Bro cuts back. Bro with a big gap. Bro makes 4 or 5. Gets through a little bit further. Managed to knock it on. Unlucky.
The old offside rule as well. That's the second time Otorohanga have been penalised for being in front of the last player who played the ball. Otorohanga trying to set up for thinking it was a knock on, but that's where the offside came from.
Roland Duplessis on in the 13 for Otorohanga. Playing at centre. Cracked the leg, she was the one penalised. So the line out's going to be right on halfway. Right on halfway. Done 10 minutes second half. 5-3. Melville lead Otorohanga. Riley Hayes in the 8 shirt has the ball for Melville. Tap backwards and forwards. Canyon Paul has the ball again. Up and crash through the middle. Hopapa Barrett's got no one with her. She's staying on her feet. Done well until the cavalry arrive. Otorohanga. Paul out to the 5 of Walker. Walker head down, goes straight ahead. Oh, big defence, Melville. And over the top of the ball. Turnover. Wicked turnover from Melville. Just shoveling it wide. Defence gets across. Hannah Bro's one of them to shut down a Melville attack. Tackle there on the ground. Released by Otorohanga. Ball's there for Yedemiah. Number 2. Katapu. Head down. Crash forward. Turnover Otorohanga. It's turnover to turnover here at the moment. Ball's out to the centre. Burnside tries to cut in. Hopapa Barrett. She heads it on to Duplessis. Duplessis puts it into Johnson. Johnson out on the ring. She gets smothered into touch.
Tackle needed to be made there, Minty. Otorohanga was looking very strong with ball in hand. Something they've been promising to do all game, but just haven't. Again, the execution hasn't been quite there, but all created by a turnover at line out right in front of us.
So 12 gone, 5-3, Melville over Otorohanga. Club semi-final here in the Wakaro. Collins Road, the home of rugby in Melville, the 843 club.
They've even using the college today for the under 85s, so that's how busy Melville is this afternoon with rugby.
Massive amount of kids out here in their junior programs.
Yeah, Dingwall Park, I'm sure, was pretty packed this morning.
Referee for the main games turned up.
Mr. Grant Stewart.
Grant Stewart, good looking bloke he is too.
Another face for radio, you reckon?
Another face for radio. He just said he's going to break down and wants me to be out there. Won't happen. Ball fed wide from Melville, running it out of their own 20-time. Brilliant on the inside. Needs to be fed quick. Didn't look to the left. The ball was taken to ground. It was there for the wide pill. Kick through. No one home down the back here for Otorohanga at the moment. That's the 10 flying through. Walker. And a knock on.
Big win from Melville there. They were pretty much under the pump down here, Minty. They've kicked it downfield, and just a little mistake there from Otorohanga. Pretty much sums up. I think if they'd just done one or two things right today, they might be in front on the scoreboard, but they haven't, and this is where Melville got away.
Yedemiah, the halfback from Melville, in the headgear. Got a dad that was all part of building that beautiful stadium in Otago. Geraldine, number 8, feeds it wide, running out to 10. Walker feeds a wide ball, it's on the ground, it's loose. Well, it's been knocked on out there, so we'll come back for the scrum. Who'd be a coach? Who would be a coach of a senior women's side in the semi-final?
So it's pretty stressful.
The stress is on both coaches. It's a tough old game. Heavy underfoot, a bit wet and slippery. Maybe bringing the backs a little bit closer together to save the big wide balls. So uncontested scrums. Canyon Paul, the 9 for Otorohanga, has the ball in the hands. Burnside standing at first 5. The whole Otorohanga back line, the right wing. Fire has swung around. He's standing at second 5. Paul on the rack back. Crash ball from Otorohanga, which is what they've been doing, trying to drag these Melville defenders in. Not gone. Just standing too far away from each other, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, both sides of that guilty in the last couple of minutes. And that's the reason why we're seeing the errors being made.
I think what they need to do is close up the gaps between the backs when they've got the ball on advantage on attack, and just bring the passes a bit closer and hope for the wraparound. Otorohanga were working on that earlier. Yeremeyer has the ball for Melville on the 10-metre line centre field. Sunshine's out here. Yeremeyer feeds to the 12. Heiner gets put on the ground by some solid defence. Ball's there for Melville. Great feedback. Otorohanga try and crash through. Straight in the hands of Aspinall. Aspinall feeds back inside. Katapu puts her head down. Couple more metres forward. Ball's rolled out into Riley Hayes, the number 8. She crashes forward. Better from Melville. Ball retention. Oh, that's going to be closing to a penalty. Advantage Melville.
Just a knock on there.
She was a 50-50 on was it a catch or a knockdown. He's gone with the catch. Either would have been right.
Let's go, girls.
7-4, Otorohanga with the most knock-ons in this match, Minty, and I think about 5 of those have been in the last 10 minutes.
16 gone, 5-3 in the second half. Melville over Otorohanga. Tight old game of footy here in Collins Road. Bevin Jenkinson's Graeme Minty Mead. Yeremeyer on the blind, drags and goes. Yeremeier's going to run away. She's going to run 30-40 metres and score. Yeremeyer. Out of nothing.
Nothing at all there, Minty.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing in that. It was just a little dummy.
And there's a happy coach
Show
from
and
Melville.
go.
She smiled for the fit. Yeremeyer.
We're being told different things about the pronunciation there from the Melbourne side, Minty, but go to me. It was just a little dummy, and Canyon Paul. You don't see Canyon Paul being sold like that generally too often.
She was covering Walker out at first 5, the 10 that wrapped around the outside.
Went herself and all the way through, untouched as Yeremeyer.
Kick from out wide from Geraldine. Melville finally get a little bit of a gap. Otorohanga unlucky. They've been defending like champions all day.
This conversion, it's not easy, Minty. Out on the 20, just short of the 22, basically 7 metres in from the right-hand touch.
Like kicking a wet sack of potatoes.
Yep, a wet sack of potatoes, as you said. Steps back, takes a couple of steps, now comes in, strikes it, and it's just going to stay right. It's just
good old kick.
It was a pretty decent effort from where it was. Score remains 10-3.
So 10-3, 18 gone. 2 unconverted tries to Melville, to a penalty to Otorohanga. We've done 18 in the second half. Jesus, ground's cutting up. It's going to be interesting to see a game of senior footy next between Melville and Fraser Tech here.
It's coming up on a separate stream, folks, on the Fraser Tech page as well as Bev's Broadcasting and Wakata Rugby. Catch it after this game. Got to get this semi-final done though. It's 10-3.
Halfway through the second half. That's going to beat everybody. No, it's out. It's taken nicely by Melville and cut back inside. Aspinall, head down, just charges forward. Makes 8 or 9 metres. Ball on the ground. Presented nicely for Melville. Penalty against Otorohanga coming over the top. Get him here.
Not surprised with the scrum call.
They've figured out now by taking the scrum, you actually take all the defenders out of play. And Melville's line-out hasn't been flash.
No. And the main thing is too, Minty, what a scrum does rather than a kick to touch.
19 coming on, Billy Cohey. And 16, Bron Atatawa coming on for Melville. Changes of halfback. And out there in the wing for looks like Shay Daly. Enough cheek from that referee called Grant Stewart. He's got skinnier legs than the current referee.
He's asking for good comments, but he won't help us, so. Not sure that's
Ball's in,
possible.
replacement halfback, Chloe. Spoons it out. Ball's there, presented nicely for Melville. Knocked backwards and knocked forward for the 19, Billy Cohe. Just reaching into the ruck a little bit for the ball rather than letting it come through.
Yeah, we're starting to see, the first half didn't really seem like semi-final rugby so much. The second half of the amount of mistakes it's being
Remember
made
last year at Old Boys Melville, it wasn't really, it was a gnarly old final, wasn't it?
It was. It was
a
almost the
gnarly
same
old
sort of
final.
thing, but without the weather
Yep.
being this bad.
Burnside drops into number 8 on the back of the scrum with her Papa Barrett moving out to second 5 defence. So crash ball, I'd say it's going to go to the right to Hannah Bro and her Papa Barrett on the crash. There it is, Paul. Hannah Bro feeds it out to her Papa Barrett. Exactly what we said. Crash Biddle and Paul in the middle. Paul, fast ball out wide. Trying to split them. Get on the outside. Good defence from Melville. Otorohanga all bunched up here in the middle of the paddock. Hits it. Head down. Ball's there, Otorohanga. Hannah Bro out to the 5 of Walker. Walker, good feed around. Wrap around to the 22 of Mataroa. Mataroa gets put on the deck. Good Melville defence. Ball's there again. Paul to the blind. Hannah Bro tries to cut back in. Feeds it to the 13. Duplessis. High tackle. Again. I'd be taking the scrum if I was Otorohanga because their line out hasn't been that flash either. A scrum when you've got the non-contested scrum drags 8 defenders of the opposition in. Gives you a bit of potential of ball out wide. The 22 for Otorohanga. Mataroa has had a big game.
Big game from her. She was originally on the bench, but just due to injuries in the warm-ups, by the sound of things, brought her onto the field, and she's into place as well. They're keeping this line out just straight to the front, but they're looking at the middle actually as well from Otorohanga. Yeah, that's where they go.
So they're set. Otorohanga set. The rumble forward. They all pile in there. There's the ball. Otorohanga towards the line. The 5 Walker's peeled off to the left. Got to the ground. Ball's there. Paul's going to keep it in close. Otorohanga rumble forward. They're a couple short. It's not going out to the backs this time. You can just about assure it. Ball's almost there. Advantage Otorohanga. They rumble at the line again. Referees vigilant, looking. They're short again. Ball's there. Round to the line they go. Melville defence is solid.
Yeah, great defence there from Melville. Ball still with Otorohanga.
Come back for the penalty.
It's actually been a really good game from Jesse Head, the man in the middle. Nothing really can complain about.
If I was Otorohanga right now, I'd be taking a scrum. That's going to take 8 defensive players out of thing, Mark. They're going to go for the tap penalty.
They've got a set move coming up.
Papa Barrett puts the head down, drives towards the line. And a try! It'll be Grace Papa Barrett that took the ball in.
Minty, I would say that's the reason why you and I commentate these ladies are playing, because we both said scrum.
I would have taken the scrum.
There probably would have been an error from it. Otorohanga knew better. They've scored now. Big conversion coming up.
I'm pretty sure that was Grace Papa Barrett that took the ball forward. And she crashed over midfield with the help from all her forwards. It is indeed. 10-8. Conversion to come. 15 minutes to go here at Collins Road in Hamilton.
Just a reminder, folks, the time you see on the screen is only a rough estimate. It is not the exact, always in the hands of the referee.
The referee's the permanent judge of time.
And fact.
And he's good at that. He's a factual bloke too.
The
15 and a half to go. He's a wonderful man. Roland Duplessis is going to take the attempted conversion. Replacement that's come on at centre.
15 metres out from the left-hand
Is that the 15
sideline.
or is that the 15 or the 13?
I'm going with 15 because that's it's close enough too.
No, it's Taylor Tyre. It is. Just the mud all over everybody.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is Taylor Tyre.
It looks like a 13 with the mud on her back, but it is. It's Taylor Tyre, the 15 for Otorohanga.
She's successful with her first kick earlier today. One has picked up a little bit, blowing right to left.
It's going to tie it
Across
all
her.
up. Well, let's tie it all up. Got a cracking game of footy going on at the moment.
It's not a big stab. Oh, it's not going to make it though.
It was at it. It was under it though.
Yeah.
If it was soccer, it was a goal. So we're not 10-8. 15 minutes to go here at Collins Road, the home of 843 Mighty Melville. Hosting Otorohanga.
Final next week, folks. We hope to bring the championship final. The Premiership final, though, will be live streamed. We can guarantee that to you.
So Melville back to halfway. Otorohanga been threatening most of the day, but they got the forwards rumbling. 22 again. Mataroa straight up. That's Cassidy in the 20. Head down. Ball's there for Oto. Bit of confidence now from Oto. Oh, gone over the back window of hit it. Knock on advantage Melville. They're going to spin it wide and quick. Potimer out in centre field. Puts the ball on the ground. Advantage over. Otorohanga counter-rucking. Advantage Melville. Melville will probably step and take the scrum. They're wanting to drag in these Otorohanga defensive pack, try and give their backs a little bit of room. Decision coming. Scrum, please.
Now you get your scrum, Minty.
Yeah, I got my scrum probably a bit late, but with the non-contested scrums, it brings in all what you'd call the scunging defenders who aren't part of
The one person
the
you
line
know
out.
is going to get in the way, don't you?
Yeah, you can guarantee it. So Melville taking the scrum. 10-8, 13 to go, roughly. Ball's there. Kohi. Big feed. Into the middle. Potimer under the post, right in centre field. Ball's there. Advantage coming straight across the top. Hohua in the 15 gets dragged out towards the sideline out on the right hand touch. 14 cuts back in. Gabby Wainuhu. Try scorer in the first half. Kaitapu in the 2 rumbles forward. Melville got a bit of anger going on. Kingston White in the 18 gets up towards the line. Across the top. Look out, the ball's there. It's been turned over. Gets away. Picked up by the 15 of Hohua. She knocks it on.
I had my head down the lens there, Minty, and I didn't see what happened, but I'm just figuring from the sideline. The referee got the way there, I think.
Marginally, but
No,
yeah, there's a couple of small errors beforehand, but we let him go. Referee in the road again. He's all right. Referee's done well today. He's got 700 assistants on the sideline, including us.
Stay there!
So centre field scrum. Attacking for Melville. Baseman halfback, Billy Kohi. Here's the ball. Puts it in. It's going to sit there. Jordan at 17. Running ball too for Walker at 10. Walker tries to set the gap up. Opens it up. Ball's there, Melville. Across the top come Otorohanga and killed it. Kaitapu in the 2. Head down, just tries to roll forward. We'll go back for the penalty. Rihanna Aspinall. Riley Hayes was close to the mark then. Just not quite close enough.
Probably
for the
about 2
referee.
metres off the mark, though, that's the issue.
It was a good effort. I would have done that. Now the quick tap's gone. Hayes. Out to Kaitapu in the 2. Straight for the line. Melville been lacking a little bit of direction. Straight up direction. They've got it going now. Out to Aspinall in the 3. Good feed. Out wide.
Just short of the try line, though, although...
Short.
Yeah, no double blast, just to check. He did award it. Minty, you've got the comms.
No try, lost it forward.
Oh, knock on. Big moment of the
Lock on from
game.
the touchy, he checked it and lock on.
Huge moment there, Minty.
10 to go. 10-8. Melville over Otorohanga. Great gnarly semi-final here. Women's Premiership Rugby. Paige Walker, the 10 for Melville, has been busy all day, working hard. Scrum, defensive scrum, Otorohanga. 5 in, 5 out. Kenyon Paul, the 9, ball in. Otorohanga looking to run it out, and they do. Strong, solid defence from Melville. Ball's there for Otorohanga again. Ball's put up. Straight into the hands of 14. Wainohu. Wainohu goes down the right wing side. Sets it up nicely. Ball's into the hand of Rihanna Aspinall, a 3. She just goes straight forward as she has all day. Presents the ball beautifully. Kohi out to Kingston White in the 18. She makes a couple forward, puts the ball on the ground. It's there again for Melville. Hidemeyer back on the 9. Cut back in from the 15. Hohua for Melville. Ball's there again. Out it comes, goes through the hands of Kingston White in the 18, standing at first 5. Melville have regrouped. The ball's there again. Peeled out wide. Into the hands of 8, Riley Hayes, and chucks it out to the 14. She's going for a double today. Is she going to make it over in the corner?
Oh, she does, Minty.
And she does.
Shrugged off one and just carried on.
Second try of the day for Gabby Wainohu.
It was a great build-up there from Melville. They just played the possession game. They didn't panic.
Split them out.
And just managed to spread them just that one little bit more.
It's probably the first time today that Melville have really used the ball, drawn and passed, and then put their wingers in a beautiful gap. And double tries today. A brace, they call it, for Gabby Wainohu. Melville, 15. Otorohanga, 8. 8 minutes to go here at Collins Road. And the Melville coach is breathing again.
And a smile on his face, Minty. I've seen
And
them
they're
up and
both
down all
smiling.
day.
They're both having a smile. Still a lot of time in this game though. Otorohanga have come back before when the try was up. $17 for Melville. Geraldine steps in, steps round. Good old kick.
That is a decent, just to the right.
Behind the post. 15 points to 8. 1 converted try in it. That kick had gone over, would have been a bit exciting. Otorohanga trudged back to the halfway line. Qualified 4th for the semi-final. Put in a great battle. The 21 out there, Julio McDonald.
Still game on here though, Minty.
Yeah, look, it's a converted try, isn't it? Otorohanga, they've shown they can come back from anything and score. Oh, horrible old kick. Is it going to make the 10? It has. It's made the 10. Melville over the back. Brilliant control there from the 8 of Riley Hayes. Aspinall again, number 3 Rihanna, just going forward, run into a mountain of Otorohanga defence. Ball's there, advantage Melville. Just nowhere to roll out from. Very hard to roll away when you attack there, but right decision, not an entrapment of the ball.
Rules are rules these days, Minty. It doesn't matter who you are. If you don't roll away, you're easily penalised.
Let's make an effort.
Yep.
We'll do something to get out of the road.
5 minutes apparently is the call. Things are just starting to go Melville's way though. Just feeling, just these 50-50 things are just starting to go their way. Otorohanga have shown though that they can easily turn that one round.
So a very gritty Otorohanga side. 5 in the line out for Melville. Rihanna Aspinall in the 3 has been absolutely outstanding for Melville today. Just when they need some go forward. It's exactly what she's done. Head down, made some metres. Away goes the 6. Katoa for Melville. Knocked on. Five minutes to go.
That's what Otorohanga were looking for.
15-7. Otorohanga. Cheap turnover. It's a cheap turnover.
Just that little turnover there, cheap as you called it. You know, and that sort of thing swings the momentum.
Canyon Paul, wrap around again with Hannah-Bro. Paul gets Scrag, put on the ground. Ball's there for Otorohanga. Hannah-Bro plays halfback. Shane Hakaraya rolls it forward in the 17. Bro at first receiver. Grace her Papa Barrett. Oh, big run. Who's out there making the tackle though? Aspinall in the 3. Hannah-Bro at halfback. Canyon Paul shovels it on. Out to Hetted in the 7. She's been good all day going forward. Across the top go Melville. Off the feet though. First one there. All rights to the pill. Hetted though has been strong in the 7 for Otorohanga. Going forward, just making ground each time she's got the ball, but unfortunately all left alone.
Penalty 16-12, the way we've been awarded to Melville. Minty, and that kind of really the game's been won. I think Otorohanga's discipline has just been creeping up.
Just a few minutes to go here at Collins Road. 15-7, Melville are leading Otorohanga. Semi-final of women's rugby. Lila Giddemire has the ball. It's there for Melville. Running fast on, and knocked forward. Lost out of the hands by Paina. Turn over to Otorohanga. And we'll go for the scrum. Time running out here for Otorohanga. They need a try. Is that going to go to extra time if it's a draw? It being a semi-final.
Extra time, 10 minutes each way. We do need a winner out of this.
Hannah-Bro at first receiver. Fires into the middle to Duplessis. She gets smashed to the ground to 13. Ball's there for Canyon Paul again. Good D from Melville, putting the ball carrier on the ground. Lost forward, Aspinall. Aspinall in the 3 has been outstanding today. Giddemire back out to Hayes. Knocked down, back out to the double try scorer, Wainohu. Ball's there, Melville again. Got Tapu in the 2. Feeds it out to centre field. Ball's there again for Melville. Taken off. Geraldine in the 17. Pushes it wide. Walker. Walker out to the 12 of Paina. Melville on the run. On the crash. Running out of time. Otorohanga with the turnover. Otorohanga need to go half the length of the field. They need the converted try. It needs to happen now. Tough old defence in centre field. Katoa for Melville with the good tackle. Otorohanga set. No one coming in defence to control with that. The kick through from penalty offside.
Probably not the right decision though, Minty, because you've still got ball in hand.
Yeah.
With that penalty advantage, I don't see why you want to play the penalty. I'd be keeping the ball in hand and trying to move it up.
Needs to be the tap penalty. We know time's all but up. Otorohanga are going to have to run this for half the length of the field. Kingston White with big defence. Hopapa Barrett gets half a gap. Put on the ground by Taitoko, the 7 from Mevlille. Ball's there. Otorohanga with the spin. Hannah-Bro out wide. Oh, the 13 of Duplessis gets attacked and put on the ground. She makes it forward. Ball's there for Otorohanga again. Just shoveling it through the middle. The 17. Hakaraya put on the ground. Paul again to Walker. Walker with the split. Oh, now Hector with the big up. Here we go for the 19. Van der Hayden running. Put on the ground by Toa. Ball's there for Otorohanga. Melville. Lazy old runners coming through. Oh, Hopapa Barrett comes back, picks up the ball. Feeds it out to the 22.
Big overlap on the left end. Munteed have got 2.
Needs to be quick ball though. Paul, big wide ball to the 13 of Duplessis. Duplessis thrashes through the middle, feeds it back to the 14 of Johnson. They're about 8 out. Ball's there again. The 12, Burnside. Burnside cuts back. Melville desperate defence. No clear release for Melville. Penalty coming Otorohanga. Rihanna Aspinall did everything right, but she didn't release after the tackle.
I think it was just a deliberate slowdown of the ball, to be honest, Minty. Not doing
time's up. There is no time left. Otorohanga must score from this time. Hopapa Barrett, she's got the big rumble on. She's got her mates behind her. She's close to the line. Taitoko from Melville puts the tackle on. Ball's there. Otorohanga roll to the open side towards the posts. They come back to the blind. It's the 22 of Mataroa. Ball's there again for Otorohanga. Paul looking to feed. Out to Hannah-Bro at the first 5. Smash back in for the 14. Johnson peels one out. Ruff was ready. Advantage Otorohanga. Hannah-Bro tries to go around the blind. Gets put on the deck. Melville defence working hard. Here it is. And that's it. It's over.
Wow, Munty, what a game we've had out here.
It's over. 15-7. Melville over Otorohanga in the semi-final. Wow.
This has been an epic game, well worthy of a